Hi guys, it's Tamara with Homegrown Devotion Homestead. How are you today? So, I'm excited. Today we're gonna can some strawberry jam. We went strawberry picking and got a ton of strawberries. And so we're gonna go ahead and make jam today. I'm gonna show you how I do it. The kicker is, I use Pomona's Universal Pectin when I can my jam or jellies. Reason being is because it uses calcium to solidify instead of sugar. So it's a low sugar pectin. It's a cup per batch, which means we're not getting the extra sugar calories. It tastes great and it works all the time. It was really hard to figure out how to use this just by using the insert on the inside. I tried my first couple times of making jam with this. So buying this book, Preserving with Pomona's Pectin, helped me out so much. They have step-by-step instructions on how to do it, and it always comes out great. So the first thing I'm gonna do is prep my strawberries. It's 4 cups per batch of smashed strawberries, so I'm gonna do 8 cups. Okay. So per the instruction, what it wants you to do, it wants you to measure a certain amount of strawberries and then mash them and just use the extra mashed strawberries for something. I don't like doing that because I don't like to waste. So what I do is I fill this up. This is a 4-quart jar or 4-cup jar. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it up with strawberries, mash it as I go along. Once I get to the 4-cup mark, I'm done, and I'll do the other one. It just saves me more time. I feel like it's less stress, but that's how I do it. So it might work easier for you too. Oh, did I mention that with these strawberry tops, I like to make strawberry syrup. I canned some last year and we're due for some this year. So before I do the strawberries, I forgot to point out that we are gonna water bath can this jam so that it's shelf stable. My canner is already filled and ready to go. I'm sterilizing my half-pint jars. Each batch makes about 5 half-pint jars. So I put 10 in here. If there's extra, I'll just put it in the refrigerator. But these are working for, this is gonna work for me while I'm doing the strawberries. Four cups down, 4 more cups to go. I am super excited to get strawberry jam on the shelf. My kids love it. They go through it really quick, so I have to ration it so at least it lasts for a few months. But it tastes so good and it's so good to have. Okay, so here's 8 cups of crushed strawberries. I'm gonna heat up on the stove, medium-high heat. And as it heats up, I'm gonna continue to crush it. And to this strawberry mixture, I'm going to add, it's 2 teaspoons per batch, so it's 4 teaspoons of this calcium mixture that I'm gonna add to the strawberries and bring it to boil. The cool thing about the calcium mix is that you can make it in advance, make the whole pack and keep it in the refrigerator, and you can use it just throughout the year. So there's 4 teaspoons of this.
I got it.
You can eat it, it's already cleaned. Thank you. Okay, there's 4 teaspoons of calcium water. So I'm just gonna let this come to a boil and continue to stir. So while my strawberries are coming to a boil, my strawberries and calcium water are coming to a boil, this is 2 cups of sugar, and this is 4 teaspoons of Pomona's Pectin powder. It's all citrus, nothing else. No preservatives, nothing else. And I'm gonna put it in here and make sure I stir it good. So my strawberries are coming to a boil. And once they come to a continuous boil, I will add in my pectin powder and my sugar and mix it in here. We're almost done. Okay. So now my strawberries have come to a boil. I'm going to slowly add in the sugar and pectin mix. And I'm going to mix it vigorously for 1 to 2 minutes until it's fully mixed. So I'm going to keep a look on my time while I do this. And once this is fully mixed, I'm going to let it come up to a boil again, and then I'm going to take it off the heat, and then it's ready to can. It was easy, huh? Again, I love Pomona's Pectin because it's low sugar, or they also have no sugar options where you can just use unsweetened grape juice. It's just, there's so many options as opposed to using 8 cups of sugar for a batch. I mean, that jam is good because it's sweet, but this is just as good. What I learned when making jam is if it's ready when you can't stir out the boiling. So when I stir it, it still starts to boil. That means it's ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off the heat. I'm gonna move it over here to my little canning section, and I'm gonna show you how I fill my jars. Okay. Here we go. I feel like I don't have enough space. We're gonna make it work though. Okay, so. Oh gosh. Take 1. Okay. This stuff is really hot, so be careful. The headspace that you want to achieve on here is 1/4 inch, which is, if you look at the jar, that's a 1/4 inch, that's a 1/2 inch, and that's 1 inch. So it's 1/4 inch will be this top line. So I'll put a little more in there after I filled all the jars. It smells delicious. I could can these in bigger jars, in pint-sized jars, and it would be, I would go through less jars. But sometimes I like to gift these, so having them in this size is actually very convenient for me. Okay, so with each batch, you get between 4 and 5 half pints, right? So I got 3, 6, 7, 8 and a half pints of this. This will be cooled on the counter and put into the refrigerator because obviously I can't can this. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to debubble with my handy dandy chopstick. They make tools for it. Again, I don't know what it's called, but you can actually buy the tool that does this. But this works just as good. So I'm going to debubble it. And then I'm also going to then wipe the lids with vinegar. The lids have already been checked to make sure there was no cracks or anything like that, but this is just wiping any residue so that the jars seal. Because why go through all this work and the jars don't seal? Nobody wants that. I have my lids. You don't have to boil your lids, but I do set them in warm water until I'm ready to use them. You tighten it fingertip tight. It's hot, so be careful. I'm gonna start putting these in the canner so that I have some space. So these ones are tightened. Whenever you're water bath canning, it's always good to have a kettle or something that is producing hot water so that when you need to fill your canner up, you're filling it up with hot water, same temperature, so that it doesn't delay your canning process. So the key to water bath canning, the key to water bath canning is your jars have to be covered at least 2 inches of water. So you can't see it from there, but it's more than 2 inches of water on here. I do have a kettle going right here that actually has water in it, and it's ready. So I'm gonna add some hot water to it, and then I'm going to allow this water in the canner to come back up to temperature. And once it starts bubbling and boiling, again, I'm gonna go ahead and start my timer. It takes 10 minutes to water bath can these. My water's boiling. I can start my timer for 10 minutes. It's important when you water bath can to watch the water level, because you don't want it to go below the 2 inches, because then you have to add more water, start the time over. But the amount of water that I have in here is perfect. So we're gonna let it go for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I will take these out and let them cool for 12 hours. So while this is boiling, just a reminder, I got this book on Amazon. I can put the link in my description box. I also ordered some of these on Amazon, but I do get them from Azure Standard. I can also put that link on there. I'm set to do my Azure order, so I will include some of these. I can do, it says on here, one box makes up to 22 half pints. So yeah, it's about right, because I've had that calcium water. I've used that numerous times, and the powder is a few batches. So Pomona's Pectin, it's amazing. And the book is so helpful. It has so many recipes in here of different gingered lemon fig preserves. Who would have thought? Marmalades, is it marmalades or marmalades? Either one, it's in here. They have all kinds of jams, low sugar, no sugar. Excellent, excellent book to invest in. It'll be in my description box. So the timer's done. I turned off my heat. I'm going to move my canner from this side to this side gently, so I don't shake them too much, so that it kind of takes a little time to get acclimated with the air. I'm gonna let this sit for 5 minutes before I take it out of the canner. Okay, our jam is done. I'm gonna take them out of here, and then I'm gonna set them on the counter. I'm gonna set them on here for 12 hours. Once 12 hours has passed, I will check the seal on each one of them. I will label them, and I will get them on the shelf. very hot, so be careful when you're taking them out. Here we go. Good morning. So my jars have set overnight, more than 12 hours. I checked them this morning. I took off the lids. I checked every single seal. They've sealed. Thank you, Jesus. Now we have strawberry jam on the shelf. So again, I will link the Pomona's Pectin through Azure. I will link the book that I got to help me learn how to use Pomona's Pectin in my description box. And if you've tried something you haven't succeeded or it didn't come out the way that you think it should, try again. Keep trying. That's how you start. You try, you may not succeed at first, but you keep trying and you get better. And then guess what? You're able to teach somebody else. So let me know if you have any questions. If you can't find it, let me know. I would love to help you. And I'm so glad that you joined me today. I hope you guys have a great day. It's so beautiful outside. Go out and enjoy it.